Hi, I'm James, and today we're going to look at Revell's Mi-24D Hind helicopter. It can also be used as the Mi-25D, which is the export version, as they were the same externally. Okay, so looking at the box, we've got a very nice piece of cover art, which is quite useful for when you're painting. It's 1:100 scale, so 15mm, 80 parts. And we've got the size, 19.4 centimetres. This isn't going to be a small model on 15mm tabletop. It says it's level 3 out of 5. Okay, that gives me an idea. And you've got some nice pictures on the back of the actual completed model as well. Contents wise, we have the instruction book, which is a really nicely produced one in full colour. Shows you exactly what you're doing, and this does give me the first misgiving I've got, which is the fact that I'm building this as a wargame and not as a modeler, and it's looking complicated, far more than a wargaming model, but it's available and it's cheap, so let's see how it goes. Here we have the safety information that's with it. I have a hideous feeling I know what's going to happen with most people with that. And then we've got the transfer sheet. Quite nice actually, although way over the top for what I'm going to need. All I actually ended up using from it were the two numbers, 2 of the 3 stars. I wasn't too worried about the one underneath, and the 2 big orange or yellow signs. Things like cockpit instruments and little tiny warnings on missiles, they're not going to be seen the way I'm using it on the tabletop, so I didn't bother with them. The parts come in brown plastic, sealed in a bag. There's 4 frames with the kit, and this does lead to a little problem, because what they've done is labelled the parts from 1 to whatever on each with A, B, C, which is fine until you're trying to find the part. You can't remember which is the A, which is the B, and so on. Little annoyance. I'd rather one sequence that would be a bit easier, but minor inconvenience. So there are no crew figures with this, which is a little annoying with a highly detailed cockpit. So what I did with mine was just painted the windows black. It was just easier. I'd rather that than not have crew figures in there. This actually led to me making a little bit of a mistake, which I had to try and bodge afterwards. Deciding I wasn't making the inside of the cockpit, great, I just left all the parts out. The only thing I fitted inside was a rare earth magnet so that I can use a flight stand with it, which doesn't come with the kit, by the way. So, built it. Then, because I want the helicopter to be capable of being put on the tabletop or being in flight mode, I modelled the undercarriage down, which is great until I came to the front and realised that this actually fixed onto the part inside that I hadn't fitted. So a little bit of bodging, and a little panel was attached underneath that just gave me something to stick it onto. So if I was making it again, I'd glue the floor panel in, but no more than that. I don't intend to go into the actual building of the model stage by stage with a video, mainly because there may be kids watching. As I said, I'm a wargamer, not a modeller. The end result was I did get a little frustrated at certain bits, but I've got a model at the end of the day which does what I wanted to do, which is go on the wargames table. I don't want super detail. The more little bits there are, the more there is to break. You can see the completed model, and you can also see on the picture here now the flying base that I use for low level, which has got cotton wool, which has then been sprayed with varnish, and I've used the yellow cotton wool just to give a little bit of a dust colour to it. It's a nice little indicator to show that the helicopter's just landing or just taking off, and you can do plain ones then for when they're in slightly higher flight. here you go then. Here's the summary of what I thought of it. Was it worth me buying it? I think it was. I think I've got a decent model out of it. It was frustrating to build, but once it was completed and on the tabletop, I like it. It's nice, and I will probably pick up some more to get a full air assault force together. If you are going to buy it yourself, I'll put a link in the description to where you can order it off Amazon. Please, if you are going to get it, order through that. It doesn't cost you any extra, and the end result is Amazon give me a little bit as a thank you, which then goes towards buying more things that I can review on this channel. I hope it's been useful for you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.